Hey there, photography enthusiasts. Welcome back to another episode of the Sajin Photography Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Teal, and today we have an exciting review for all you gearheads out there. We are going to once again dive into the worlds of filters with the K&F Magnetic Nano Series filter kit. Now, what sets these filters apart from the ones I reviewed previously has to be the magnetic attachment system. There's no more struggling with screwing in or threading in filters onto the ends of your lens. This innovative design lets the filters effortlessly attach to your lens using a magnetic frame. And to me, that is probably the best thing about this system. It's a quick, hassle-free, and perfect for those shoots where you just have to switch out lenses on the fly. And that's really kind of the benefit of having these systems over the big boxy ones that I have before. If you're wondering about the optical performance of these filters, well, it's truly impressive. Made from premium optical glass and coated with multiple layers of anti-reflective coating, the K&F Magnetic Nano Series filters effortlessly reduce reflections, flare, and ghosting. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, for that price point, can they really compare to some of the other filters that cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars? And really, I tried to find something that could really be at fault with these filters, and honestly, I can't. They're just that good. And I know it sounds like I'm pitching you something, but I can honestly say that I've been testing these filters and I can't really find any fault with them. Now, one feature I really appreciate is the nano coating technology incorporated into these filters. This protective layer not only guards against like smudges and water and fingerprints, but it also makes cleaning a breeze. Now, trust me, there's nothing worse than spending a lot of money and trying to struggle to remove those stubborn marks from your filters. With these filters, it's not a problem. And that's something that I didn't really realize before I actually got them. But that coating is a lifesaver because for me, especially spending a lot of time around the water and just being a dumbass, I do get a lot of smudges on my filters. And sometimes it's really hard to get them off. With this coating, well, it's a breeze. You just wipe it off and you're done with it. Now, the biggest thing about buying filters is sort of being stuck with just a single one filter that really is only good for a single purpose. Now, with this set, I got the CPL or circular polarizer and the ND1000. And with those, I can actually capture like a wide variety of landscapes. But for a landscape photographer, you never really should be without the CPL because you want those deep blue skies, you want to cut the reflection and all of that. But the ND1000 or 10-stop filter, as I usually call it, is probably one of the best and most creative filters in your toolkit because what that does, especially for skies and more importantly, the water, really adds something to your images. And when you're centered around the ocean like I am, well, not really centered, off to the side, this kind of comes in really handy. Now, the ND1000 solid neutral density filter is probably a must-have. With this filter, you can extend your exposure times to create these ethereal motion blur effects and waterfalls, moving clouds, oceans, all of that kind of good stuff. Now, trust me, when you see the results, if you look on my Instagram, they truly are really cool. And again, going back to that CPL or circular polarizer, it's another gem and one that with the magnetic filter system, you can pop them on, pop them off, and stack them. And I think that is truly a great design. But the CPL does great jobs for, reducing the glare, reflections from non-metallic surfaces such as water and glass, all that kind of stuff that you've probably read in every single photography magazine or blog out there. But it also does add a bit of punch to the color. And that's why I tend to use it and stack it on with that ND1000. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty and talk about build quality, because as soon as you mention brands like K&F, people sometimes roll their eyes a little bit because these aren't like the big name, big expensive filter companies. And, sometimes people shy away from that because of qualities like build quality. You pay, a decent amount of money, but it just doesn't measure up. Now, these are made from aluminum and they provide really good durability. Like they're not plasticky or flimsy or anything like that. And what I love about them is that they're not chunky. Like they're not, just hunks of metal with glass glued into them. They're actually precision designed and crafted. So you can really feel the quality and they're super slim but durable. So with all of that, it just makes for a fine product. And I do have to give a shout out because the set that I got, I actually won it from their community, but the pouch that is included with that kit is also great because it's a small overall footprint in your bag, but I usually clip it to the strap of my backpack, and it is really amazing. Like, you don't have to pull out all of this crap and start sticking it onto the front of your camera. You can just pop a filter on, pop it off, and you can have this nice little pouch right next to you that can clip on your belt loop or on a strap on your backpack, and it's all right there. Because the biggest thing about filters is if you don't see them, you probably won't use them. If they're stuffed into your bag and you're really trying to get a great shot, you're never going to use them if you don't see them. So having a little pouch like that is really good. And it's something that I think more companies should incorporate into their filter sets, because having a $500 piece of glass in just a pouch that just is there is kind of pointless. Like, they need to put into some sort of thought into how you can carry this system around, and K&F did it with this set. So I really appreciate that. Now, before I wrap things up, I do want to touch in on how I got these filters, because if you read my blog, then you know that I actually won these filters through a contest on the K&F Concepts Facebook page. And this is a place where you can actually sign up. You don't have to purchase anything, but it really is a great community, and K&F really does a lot of fantastic contests. So again, you don't have to be a world-class photographer to actually get some good gear. And speaking about world-class photographers, I do have to congratulate Lee Kelly, of all people, because he won their Father's Day event and actually snagged himself a decent filter and a tripod. Now, think about that. You're entering contests on Facebook. They're not collecting data or anything like that, and you're getting some good quality gear, like gear that I actually just recently spent close to $200 on to get a new carbon fiber tripod, which I'll be reviewing shortly. Now, I just have to give a thanks to Bella and her team, because they're the ones who are putting together these contests and making sure the community always is, happy and putting up a lot of photos. And it's not just about getting new gear, but this community is really kind of building into something great. And I must say that the photos, I can pat myself on the back, but some of the photos that pop up in this group are just amazing. And what I like about it is that it's real people using the gear from this company. They're not resorting or resharing other crap on the internet. These are people who have actually, much like myself, purchased gear and are using it and want to show the company what they can do with their product. And what I like is that the company is really appreciative of this. So they put on these contests and they actually give a lot of gear out to their community. As I said, I won the filter set, which is not big money, but hey, I really like the filters. And also, again, Lee Kelly just won a brand new tripod and another filter. I forget what he got, but all that for just submitting some photos. So guys, if you have the time, I'll link it in the show notes, but sign up for this community, check out K&F. Their products are actually really good, and you're not going to break the bank doing so. So again, now wrapping things up, the K&F Nano series filters are absolutely a must-have if you're getting into the world of filters, or if you just want a quick set that you can pop on and pop off. These magnetic filters are a dream. Now, will I be giving up my boxy sliding sets that I purchased last year? Probably not. I still am going to save up for the graduated filter. There's a place and a time for every piece of equipment, but for just, running around and being creative, the filters are probably pretty good. So with that being said, thank you very much. And we're near to the end of season 4. So I'm going to try and put in some new blood into it in season 5. I'm not going to make any promises because I do this every time and, kind of screw it up 2 episodes in like I did this year. But trust me, I'm going to try and get some new stuff out and get some new interviews for you. So thank you very much, and I will see you next week.